Hello, sports fans. Yes, it's Sunday Fun Day. Oh, man, we got a whole bunch to talk about, especially, two games that are going on today where, maybe somebody might care about, right? We got the NFC and AFC playoff championships today. We got
Woo!
Miss Labib. We got the man in the shower. We got Shotgun. We got Roll Tide Rolled, and you got me. It's all about the TMP. And then maybe later on today, we're gonna probably have a beautiful baseball guest coming on, an MLB great, Mr. Greg Vaughn. But right now, Shotgun, it's locked, it's loaded. Let's do it.
All right, sports ball fans. All right, this is going to be the first official episode. So Larabe made a little cameo last week when we were at the national championship game event. But yeah, this world. This is Miss Larabe Aziz. She's going to be help.
Hi.
She's going to be helping us out with hockey and baseball this year. Which Larabe, just so you know, that's it's kind of a huge thing because football season, when you do a sports podcast, football season lasts maybe 4.5 months. So, you got to fill content for another 8 months out of the year. And then, we dive into basketball and hockey and baseball. And especially in baseball season, there's like, how many months you get there? You get like 3 solid months where there's nothing to talk about but baseball.
I know.
So,
Not only that, baseball, they have so many games. I thought hockey had a lot of games in the season too. But baseball, it just seems like there's always something going on. There's like 4 games per day during the MLB season. And like I thought hockey, there was like it was like all jammed into like a small period of time. But like there's days where there's just like no NHL games and it's really weird. But like baseball is so heck chaotic keeping up with, especially since they have like their rosters are bigger too. So there's always more going on.
yes, I
It's
get
like
it.
harder to keep track with.
Tony, and that's something that's always made me wonder. Like, okay, if you're a Dodgers fan, or you're a Yankees fan, or a Red Sox fan, or like a Cubs fan, and those teams are good every day,
Did you
you
say
have
the
an
Red Sox were good?
excuse. Well, no, I'm just saying in seasons when they are good, you have a reason to like go to the bar or go somewhere and hang out with friends because there's something to do. You know what I'm saying? But like, it, just because they're always good, there's always something to be excited about. And I've always really wished that the Monforts would understand that, dude,
How did
because
I
we
know
have the
that you were going to
greatest.
be talking about our Colorado Rockies?
Dude, someday, if we were ever to just be good,
If the
that
Rockies were
stadium.
ever to like make a headline, sure.
Well, see, this is the thing, Larabe. You have to understand the Rockies. Their ownership sucks, but their fan base is amazing. Even though every year they suck, they're in the top 10 in attendance. So if you just put a winning team on the field on a regular basis, it would be amazing. That's all.
You're like the Colorado Rockies are like the Buffalo Sabres of baseball, if that makes sense.
Kinda.
It's my
Yeah,
opinion.
that's probably true. So, anyways, we're gonna dive into baseball and hockey and stuff. But there is two huge. Okay, all right, guys, and I just have to touch on this before I get into the games. And this is going to be a yes or no question. Okay, did Jerry Jones just hire an obedient puppet over Deion Sanders? Bama, yes or no?
Yes.
Tony, yes or no?
Yes, he did.
Bentley, yes or no?
Same old Jerry Jones. Yes.
Dude, okay, and then I have to. Do you know what we're talking about, Lorraine?
No, I don't watch football.
Okay, so anyways, the Dallas Cowboys owner, he had a chance to hire Deion Sanders,
Okay.
who's like an up and coming, really good coach from Colorado, and he played for the Cowboys back in the day. But he
Okay.
chose to hire his offensive coordinator, who's never been a head coach, and everybody thinks it's completely based on that he just wants he wants a little like puppet boy that will just do anything he tells him to do.
I think that makes sense.
Yes, but it's horrible because they've been crappy for like 30 years. Michael Irvin just went off and said basically the Cowboys have lost an entire generation of future Cowboys fans because they have sucked for 30 years.
And they're about to suck for like another 10 at least.
Until
Right.
Jerry Jones gets out of the way.
Or dies.
Hey, I got you on that one. I totally got you on that one. But another shocker to me is the oldest coach in the history of NFL is now a Las Vegas Raider.
Now that I'm a fan of. Okay, see,
But I got more. Due to Mr. What's his name? Brady. But also Brady mentioned something the other day where we might see a whole reunion, folks. Russell Wilson being
my
a Raider,
God.
uniting with Pete Carroll again.
Okay, this is what we need to do, guys. We need to wait next season when Russell Wilson is playing for Pete Carroll and they're playing at Denver. We need to find out what hotel they're staying at so we can run up and just junk punch both of them super hard for that
Why would you want to do that
for a trade that put the Broncos in the crapper for 4 years.
Then you should go punch the Broncos executives for that.
But see, that's the thing. They got hoodwinked. They were in transition. Walmart didn't know. Elway was on his way out. The Bolin's like idiot kids were running the team at the moment. And Pete Carroll was like, oh, yeah, we'll trade Russell Wilson for $260 million and 8,000 draft picks. Son of a bitch. Sorry, I'm still a little salty about that.
But unfortunately about that whole little situation, you were talking about the hotel thing. Nah, man, they're going to all go to Russell Wilson's house because he can't sell the damn thing. So there we go.
And it's big enough for the team.
Yeah, and their wives and their kids.
Raiders
Right
will be
here,
smart enough.
right now.
They're not going to take Russell back. They won't. No. Pete Carroll doesn't like Russell. They don't get along.
Bentley.
But I hate to break your heart. Brady's the one that suggested it and made the action in the call.
Brady is being politically correct. He's just saying that, like, oh, maybe Brady's problem is he's always trying to be the political correct. Even as an announcer, he'll say like, this guy's really good. He's just having a bad day. Like he's too. I don't know. I got the wrong.
Yeah,
word.
he's got to keep up his image for sure. But Bentley, what I thought would have been a great match for the Raiders would have been Tomlin in the black and silver and bringing Russell Wilson with him.
Oh, that'd be something.
That would have been. I just think Mike Tomlin in the black and silver someday would look good. They would be like, they'd be 9-7 every season or whatever. But whatever, and okay, you guys, and as much as like I think that Bentley's kind of crazy with his Mike Tomlin talk every week. If you go back,
No, not right now.
he kind of.
The guy.
Don't get me wrong; they make the playoffs every year. But didn't they win that Super Bowl with Big Ben? Like
right now.
What win was that? Was that like 2006 or 7?
Yeah, it's a while ago. Yeah. It was like.
I mean, you got to remember, it's 2025. Like that actually was a long ass time ago.
Yeah, I was becoming a believer in the fact of Bentley, being right. Yeah, they became stagnant. It looks like right now. They need to mix something up. I don't think Tomlin's the thing they need to mix up necessarily yet. But yeah, I can't say Bentley wasn't on the right track here, man. He definitely has been on the right track in a sense, right there.
Like I've always ever since Bentley's been like he's a bum. I'm just like, is he crazy? But then the more I think about it, it's like he probably should have got canned. Like how think about it. They say that a Super Bowl championship when you're a head coach gives you 3 years, and Tomlin has turned it into like 15 years.
Yeah, but he's had a winning season every single year, and plus he does go to the playoffs. I know it's a one and done deal. He's like 0-8 right now, but at the same time, he still goes to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. When the sports media starts protecting the quarterback, oh, this is the year he's going to do it. Oh, he's great. He's the best. Even they lowered the standards and cooked the numbers to help him. Somewhere I know they cooked the numbers to help him. But anyways, the bottom line is that now when you have the media attacking the tight end and the tight end is making a statement letter, I'm so sorry, guys. Didn't Lamar throw a couple interceptions and some ducks there? And also as well, it's a team sport. The last time I recall, when Flacco was the quarterback, remember at the Patriots, the kicker went wide left. They didn't make it to the Super Bowl that year. Lewis came out right away and said, Do not blame the kid. This is it's all one team. Us, we'll be here next year. Don't worry, guys. And what happened? They went there the next year and won. That's what a team leader does. Not like Lamar still wearing his hoodie saying, I don't know, I don't, like a total bum. The guy is not a leader. He's an excuse maker. He's a bum. And then the last time I remember when he said, I was raised by a strong mother. Well, guess what? He met his daddy, and his daddy's name is Josh Allen.
Now, Billy,
The bold.
neither one of those teams wanted to win that game. And Baltimore gave Buffalo every chance to win, and Buffalo gave them every chance right back to them right there. And yeah, Lamar threw an interception, and he had a fumble. It was costly. And yeah, my boy McAndrews, dropped a pass and fumbled the ball. I mean, nobody's blaming him. It's a team effort for sure on that right there.
We need to bring back. One thing, I wish
Buffalo didn't win that game. Baltimore lost that game. Basically.
That'd be something. That's what they deserve. Baltimore is such an amazing, strong franchise, but now to the point where I can't believe John Harbaugh allowed the tight end to make that statement and say, we're sorry. That is pathetic. You're dividing the locker room that way. The coach should be out there and just saying, hey, guys, don't blame anybody. We'll be here next year. This is a team. This is a team sport. That's it. Not Lamar with his backhanded, it's a team, but, I feel – the guy's an idiot. You shouldn't be speaking that way. You shouldn't be a leader if you cannot motivate your team or make them feel like they believe in themselves.
I don't think it matters.
I
don't think it matters. I get all that, but I hate to say it, but I don't think it matters anyways. As long as you're in the AFC for about the next 10 years, if Patrick Mahomes stays healthy, it don't matter.
Doesn't matter. But at least the Ravens,
I get it.
Here's the thing. Once they start coughing up the excuses,
yeah,
that's what makes them look bad.
You know what they say excuses are like.
They're going to get a new quarterback. That's the bottom line. The Ravens get a new quarterback. Yeah, it looks cool, the Lamar jersey. It's kind of like the Cowboys. Yeah, we got Lamar. He's like the cool quarterback. You know what? He sucks, man. I want the quarterback that can perform.
He does not suck, you're so full of shit.
Okay. I want to ask another question here. Who thinks this
He's
is going to be
better than Herbert? He'll win one before Herbert will.
Yeah, listen. This is a yes or no question. Today's Chiefs-Bills game.
Oh my God.
Okay. Who thinks it will be decided by a completely controversial referee call in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yep.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Hey, why not?
It seems to do every week, man. It seems to every week. So.
I mean, if you think about that game last week, guys, it was totally a game until the freaking roughing, the roughing
there
the
was
passer
no roughing
call.
the passer.
No, they hit dude. The defensive players hit each other in the head.
There was no roughing the passer.
And then so they get the first down. They drive down the field, and then Mahomes is literally getting sacked and throws a Mahomes super touchdown, insane craziness, and essentially the game completely shifts and is pretty much over from that point forward.
Well, we know the NFL is rigged. We know that for sure because it calls itself entertainment. Roger Goodell is a total. Roger Goodell needs to be fired, but Roger Goodell is like I can't find the right word, but you don't see him speak about this to referees. He just talks about, we're gonna have another game in Europe somewhere or something like that. I wish we had somebody like Paul Tagliabue, who is like, this is football. You get hit, that's it. But here's the bottom line: NFL's connected with sports betting. Taylor Swift. They're bringing that image of like, this is the face of the NFL. Mahomes, he's a good kid.
I was gonna say the Chiefs are like kind of the media team for the
darling.
Exactly.
Yeah. Everybody.
They don't have to be good. They just have to be likable.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see Travis Kelce and T Swizzle making out with the Lombardi Trophy after the Super Bowl. Yeah. Like, it's America's love story all of a sudden,
I do believe, I'm going to call this out now.
Makes me want to puke.
I believe, if the Chiefs win today, they'll give them their three-peat. After that, I do believe they're going to take it down a notch. So then Mahomes could do his second, kind of like Brady, his second
career.
Where, So I do believe this may happen right now. So then
they're right. Are you saying that they're writing the movie script right now?
Yeah, it's like a movie script, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, Commanders at Eagles.
Oh my God.
Eagles are favored by 6. I like the Commanders plus the 6 today. Now, don't get me wrong. The ground and pound of the Eagles and their defense. The only way, and I'm not saying the only way the Eagles win this game, but if they keep the ball out of Jaden Daniels' hands, they could win. I just don't think they cover. I mean, dude, okay, Tony, we need to start calling you 50 Cent. And the reason we need to do that, if you remember a couple months ago, when I asked how much would anybody put on the Commanders to possibly win a Super Bowl, somebody said 50 cents.
Yep, and I'll
That's
still
the
I'll
respect
put a
that you
quarter
gave to
down
the
now.
Commanders.
I'll put a quarter down now. You know why? Because they're flying into Philadelphia where they got a healthy Philadelphia Eagles. Even though, Washington, hey, they're the Cinderella team that everybody wants to see. The last time they saw something like this was back in 82, 83 with this guy that came out of Pittsburgh University, Dan Marino. And you know what? He went to the Super Bowl, but he never got to see it ever again. But he did see number 16 get the MVP on that game, Mr. Joe Montana. But what I'm saying is, it's a Cinderella team. The Cinderella ends in Philadelphia. Philadelphia goes on into the Super Bowl, and we'll be getting to play the Buffalo Bills.
What? Okay, you got to put $1 million on this game today. Bentley, the Eagles are favored by 6. You got to put $1 million on it. Who are you taking?
I'll go with the Eagles, maybe by 3 instead.
So you're taking the Commanders plus the 6. Me too. Yep. I just, it's gonna, dude. Jaden Daniels is just fire, bro. He, like,
Right now he is. Yeah.
It's uncanny. What about you, Bama? $1 million.
I like the Eagles all day. Give them,
You think?
Yeah,
I mean, you think ground and pound will?
Well, ground and pound, Jalen's going to do enough to, through the air to get them done right there. But yeah, Goddard's been playing a lot better as a tight end lately. I just kind of see the defense slowing down Jaden a little bit this time, like they did. Well, nothing more to say last time. I think Gabe got 5 touchdowns, but Kenny Pickett was a quarterback for the team also, so I don't think the Philly was really into that game right there. Yeah, I think the defense is fired up. They're ready to slow Jaden down. Jaden's going to do what he does for a little while, but it's not going to be able to keep up now. And yeah, I'm going to run all over him.
TMP, you really? I mean, okay, we're talking $1 million. You're putting the mortgage.
I'll put the 6 down. The way I look at it is, I'm going to America. This is what I'm doing. I'm thinking it's going to be a two score game, where I think there's going to be a mess up at the ending of the in third quarter, fourth quarter, turnover, touchdown. Philadelphia's been doing it a lot this year. I could see him doing it in the NFC Championship, man. There's a reason too. This kid, you know what? Hey, he's been doing great so far. Hey, let's see what he does in the NFC Championship. And we did look it up the other day. Hey, America, you ready for this? Were you betting people? Before even preseason started, they had, win or lose, Washington to go. If they make it to the NFC Championship, it was 12,000 to 1. Just put $100 down on that.
Dude, that's why I was saying it. 'Cause I can't remember a couple months ago when we were talking about that. I think they were like 50 to 1 or something when you said you would put 50 cents on them.
Yep.
Dang, that 50 cents would be
now I'm only going to put
a
quarter because I only see it. I see only maybe quarter of the show today because it's going to be fly, Eagles, fly.
Okay. Larabi, I know you're not a huge football fan.
I'm just researching some more hockey stuff for my segment.
Nice. So, I don't know. Eagles or Commanders? We got to get your pick.
Well, I grew up a Patriots fan, so I can't say Eagles.
Okay, so Commanders. I like it. Jaden Daniels, he's a rookie phenom. He's doing stuff.
I've heard of him. I've heard that name before.
It's because
he's on the Eagles, right?
No, he's with the Washington Commanders. He's fire. That's Jalen Hurts.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts he's a badass also.
Go Jalen.
So I'm taking the Commanders plus the 6. I'm hoping. I don't know that they're going to win the game, but I just want a very competitive, awesome game. What is your predicted? My predicted score is Eagles 33, Commanders 30.
That is so specific.
Bama.
31-23. Of course, Philly wins.
Yeah, Tony.
28-13.
damn, it's just a boring ass game, man. I'm be
Yep.
sitting,
The
be
It's
sitting
going to
weather.
there
be nice and
like,
cold. Both of
eating
them
nachos
understand
for
it.
3
They're
hours.
going to
like,
try running
screw
that ball.
this.
They both have good running backs because they're knowing that they're going to be keying on both quarterbacks, where both quarterbacks are running backs too. You got to understand this.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of running today.
Predicted score, Bentley.
It's going to be low scoring. I'm saying like 17-21, something like that. It's going to be very low scoring.
And you took the Eagles, but not the cover, right?
Exactly.
Okay, got it. So there's another game today, which is probably the outcome has already been determined. And I don't understand. The Chiefs are favored by 2. How is that not 3 or 3.5? It's like Vegas is saying, please, Homer Simpson, please give me your house and put your mortgage on freaking the Bills. Because I don't see. I mean, who knows? The
I'm
Bills beat
taking
them
the
in
Bills in the money line.
Yeah, you might as well go money line, and that's super easy. I think. The Chiefs win this game by 3 points, I think, or a touchdown over some controversial ass nonsense somewhere in the fourth quarter. And T Swizzle and Travis Kelce are making out in the middle of the field after the game because they're going to their third straight Super Bowl.
You think there's a prop bet on whether or not there's going to be a bad call?
I bet there's a prop bet on how many controversial calls, and then you'd have to figure out what defines a controversial call, you know. But I bet there's going to be I bet the over under on that is 3.5.
3.5. Yeah, give me the over. Hopefully,
Okay, you gotta put $1 million on this game, Bama. What are you betting the farm on this game?
Betting the farm on the Chiefs, man.
How could you not? I don't understand how it's 2.
Yeah, speaking of like Billy said, speaking of having somebody be his daddy, well, Mahomes is Josh Allen's daddy, and the whole until they stand up and beat Daddy in the playoffs, then it's not going to happen.
Bentley, you gotta bet the farm on this game. How could you? Who'd you take? I just.
Yep. You know what? I can't bet. You can't go against Mahomes, man. This is going to be the three-peat, I believe. Yeah.
It's like when Hulk Hogan wrestled Macho Man Savage, and like weeks before they had the outcome determined, Vince McMahon was like, Macho Man, you're going to take a fall. Hulkster's going to be the champion of WrestleMania 27 this year,
No,
kind of what it's like.
It's like a real live Talladega Nights. So it's Kyle Jr. is Buffalo and Patrick Mahomes is Ricky Bobby. And he's like, no, I'm not going to let you win this time either, man. It's always about me. It's always about me.
I'm the best there is. I get up every morning. I piss excellence.
Second every time. That's it.
I piss excellence.
All right, TMP, you're the one that the world wants to know. Who are you taking in this game? You're just taking the money line, Chiefs?
No, I'm taking Buffalo Bills. I see the upset. They're 0-3 with these guys in the playoffs.
Oh, my God.
Josh Allen's 0-3 with Mahomes. I see an upset coming in the making. Yeah, baby. You heard it here first.
Damn, dude, the world. Tony just shocked the world right there. So everybody knows. Tony just took the Buffalo Bills. Dude, I would love that. I would love that so much. I would love to see Josh Allen get to the Super Bowl. I would love to freaking see the Bills. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, wouldn't it be cool if the Redskins won this game and the Bills won this game and the Bills got to beat the freaking Commanders in the Super Bowl?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Kind of make up for that.
But I do believe they're going to give the third just because of the money. I do believe they'll give a three-peat to the Chiefs. They're going to help them for that.
That makes me want to throw up in my mouth right now.
Now, the winner of the Washington Philly game wins the Super Bowl. It's NFC's year this year. And I always pull AFC, but it's NFC's year this year.
Okay. Well, Tony, dude, Larabe, just so you know, not that you know, Tony is probably one of the best sports gamblers in the entire world. So when he makes a bold statement like that, and see, Greg Vaughn never believed that either. Greg Vaughn and his like famous buddies now, they're all believers like when Tony does those kinds of things, many times he's right.
So
I
he's
get
Jake-
lucky.
He's like
psychic.
he's like a Latino crystal ball. You just rub his head and he'll give you the answers of the future. He's like Nostradamus. So
Hey, I do want to throw a shout out there, for the AFC West. Hey, man, every single coach that is on AFC West, besides, well, actually now the Raiders, are future and soon to be Hall of Fame coaches.
yeah, dude,
Did you notice that?
yeah, the
You
AFC
got
West is
Reed.
going to be the best conference in football soon.
And also, name any other coaches that are all in one division that are soon to be Hall of Famers.
Hey, is Pete Carroll a Hall of Famer? You think?
He's gonna be.
I think he
You
is,
think? You think? Yeah. Okay. All
Like,
right,
in
dude.
Super Bowl twice. It's
So-
not bringing up college, but he's a USC national champion. He's got some rings under him.
Everybody, TMP just shocked the world and called the Buffalo Bills upsetting the Kansas City Chiefs. So now,
Wow.
Miss Larabe Aziz, we are moving on to hockey and baseball. Now, this is where you're really going to be good. I follow the Avs, but like Tony and Bama, like they are probably the biggest sports fans just in general, like in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want to start here, and I want to get Tony and Bama's opinion first. The Avs just traded
Miko Rantanen. Yes,
Rat-
that's part of my
yes.
notes. Sorry.
Yes, okay,
I was
so they
thinking-
just
I was
traded
preparing.
him.
I have notes.
So
I have
this
so
is-
much to say. I'm
So,
so
anyways, okay, no, you're fine. Is this like a Belichickian move where you're getting rid of a star, you're getting a semi-star for him and some role players, but just like how Belichick used to always trade his first-round pick for like 2 second-round picks? What's your thoughts, Tony?
Unfortunately, I'm a little sad about it because Ratman, great scorer, and good defender and all around team player. It's sad to see him leave, and a lot of it still deals with the Landeskog, where he still has a contract with us, where it's a big contract. When he was hot, but he's been injured for 3 years. I wish Mr. Landeskog, this is Colorado talking to you, brother. I wish you would just hang him up and call it retired. That broken leg, I don't think he's ever going to heal again. And, give some money back to Colorado so we can get some players and be back in those Stanley Cup championships.
And okay, I read the details of the trade, and it only freed up $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did. I have the trade article pulled up right here, actually. So it was a 3-way trade between Colorado and Carolina and
Yeah, I remember that. I can't remember
Chicago.
Yeah.
Right?
What are your thoughts, Larabe?
So Rantanen is going to be a UFA in 5 months. Like by the season ends, he's an unregistered free agent.
Yep.
Which means there's going to be a lot of teams trying to clear up a lot of bullshit space to make
Right.
space for Miko Rantanen because it's Miko fucking Rantanen. Like he's leading the Avalanche in goals. He's second in assists. He is a power fucking forward.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of teams that struggle with offense would kill or like give their left nutsack to have him.
Totally. I get it. I totally get it.
But you know what Colorado got in return? They got 2 centers from Carolina. They got I don't remember their exact names, but hold on, I got
Yeah. No. Is this a buy move? Is this a sell move? Is this a sideways move? They're just dumping a little bit of salary. I mean, with this move, how serious do you think Sakic is about going after the cup this year? Because I checked today, and they're still number 3 in the odds to win the Stanley Cup this year.
Well, of course we're going to be number 3. We've always, for the last couple of seasons since we won the Stanley Cup in 22, it's one of those that, yes, of course, we're always going to be in the picture. It's like for NBA, the Nuggets will always be in the picture. Ever since, a couple years ago, they always do that little span thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bama, what's your thoughts on this move, Bama?
I think it's the Avalanche giving up on the season, basically. They knew they weren't going to get Rantanen re-signed, so they wanted to get something for him instead of just giving him up for nothing at the end of the year.
Which I like that move.
No, that means you get up on this season now because you're not unless you make some big move here before the deadline or whatever here for the league and get somebody else in there. You're not going to win get in the playoffs. If you squeeze in like a 7 or 8 seed, you're not going to do anything with that right there. With Rasmussen on there, you've got a chance to get through with the next rounds right there. So I think it's basically them just throwing in the towel for the season. Well, honestly,
and that's kind of what the article that I read. Basically, the bottom line was we have to see we have to hope that Sakic has something up his sleeve because they're not in any way a team that really needs to rebuild. They may need to add a piece or two to be serious contenders for a Stanley Cup, title again. But
we tried doing that with getting rid of one of our goalies to get 2 more goalies. And granted, when they first came in, they were doing really good. But now we're right in the middle. We're right in the middle of everything where we're doing good on points. It's the Winnipegs, it's the St. Louis's, it's the Minnesotas that we have to look out for because right now they're in the spot right now that we're all fighting for that last 8 spot. We're fighting for where that 8 spot. Hey man, we're going to be playing against the number 1 team. We'll probably be playing. We'll probably be playing. It's out there. You got to even throw Dallas in there. But right now we're not the team like last season and the season before where we don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, what lower seed are we going to play now?
Yeah.
What higher seed, who we going to play? We have to step it up.
So, okay, on a scale of Larabe, on a scale of 1 to 10, if the Avs played the Bruins in the Stanley Cup, and I would put it at a solid 9, the Avs would beat the Bruins. What would, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you put it, Larabe?
8.5.
8.5?
You know I'm a Bruins fan. This is fucked up.
So
I'm an egotistical Bruins fan who's spoiled as shit. I want to say my team's always going to win everyone all the time, but obviously that's not the case.
So, okay, they're like with the Bruins, they've kind of gotten old.
I put it as a generationally mid-run. Like, this is the most mediocre I've seen the Bruins since I've started watching hockey, and I started watching them when I was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
So, like, Jesus Christ, almost 5 years ago. Holy shit.
Oh my God, that was so long ago. You're so old.
Actually, it's like 4 years, but still.
So what I'm getting at with this is like these kind of moves. It's almost like Sakic. I mean, dude, they've had. I get it. You don't want to pay you don't want to overpay stars, but it's a sideways, maybe even downwardish move where the Avs are kind of becoming more like the Bruins.
Well, what the Avs did with their trade, they added depth, but they're not necessarily any better, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the season, we might, win a playoff series, probably get knocked out in round 2. And then what about next year,
Well, that just depends on how – well, I mean, it's Colorado, so they're not going to have any, great draft picks.
Right. That's what I mean. So,
So that's when they kind of have to just – they kind of have to, really kind of dig their heels in and rely on, players like Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, their goaltending.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I obviously root for the Avs the rest of the year, but I just love it when they're amazing.
On a tear.
They've gone from young and amazing and winning the Stanley Cup to, kind of not whatevs, but you're still going to cheer for them and go to the games and stuff if you live in Denver.
I don't think Colorado will ever just be whatevs, just because they've had such huge breakout stars like Mikko Rantanen, Cale Makar, McKinnon.
Yeah. So, anyways, maybe we're just kind of spoiled as Avs fans over the years. We've had.
Well, I mean, that's how Bruins fans are too, so I understand.
So, anyways, I looked at the Stanley Cup, the odds to win the cup. Carolina is currently the favorite.
Well,
Yeah.
Carolina is the best offensive possession team in the entire. Oh, they're the best offensive possession team in the entire league right now, in my humble, not very humble opinion.
Well, I mean, Las Vegas agrees with you. So the Avs are 12-1. The Bruins are 35-1. Like, I didn't realize that weren't the Bruins the best team in hockey?
We used to be the big bad Bruins. Now
Yeah.
we need to fire Cam Sweeney Bruins.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, anything, because football's about to end, guys. Like, a really sad day is coming in about 2 weeks, and we are going to be once again in basketball, hockey land. Is there I don't know, like, any you guys watch all the time. Is there a team out there that you would throw, like, $10, $100 on to win the whole enchilada that nobody's really thinking about?
For the Stanley, huh?
Yeah.
There's
Dallas.
I was thinking Dallas, but man, I gotta.
Dallas is a dark horse. They
I'm
always
gonna-
are. They always fly under the radar, and then they make it to like the third round of the Stanley Cup, and everyone's like, "No one could have predicted this." Thinking like, "Yes, you could have." Watch Dallas. Like, they're insane.
I'm gonna throw the old man team in there. I'm gonna go Washington.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Pittsburgh, and I was like,
Oh no, I'm going Washington on
Pittsburgh
this
is a
one.
retirement home.
It's like the Lakers. If you want to, end your NBA career, go to the Lakers.
Actually, Washington has surprised me this season. They're leading their division. Y'all know that?
No.
Washington's on top of their division. They've
Washington,
surprised me. This
Ovechkin, and the boys.
Oh,
Damn, that's it.
well, Washington's doing good, but you know what? They're all the team that I'm getting ready to say. They're always in it. Toronto. It's
I hate Toronto.
Bama, you got any?
You can never count out the Panthers, man. Florida's always a pretty good team.
I hate Florida more.
I know we were thinking about like maybe taking a road trip because we're both in Atlanta. Go watch like the Bruins and the Panthers someday.
Yeah.
I told you Nashville is closer. Plus, they would probably actually. Let me know.
Yeah, but
guess going to the
Florida's
Cubs,
nicer. I like palm trees and 72 degrees.
Nashville's not that cold.
I know, but it's not like where would you rather be? Like Orlando and Disney World or Nashville? I don't know. That's just
Okay, good point. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, especially if it's kind of cold. So we got our picks there. Okay, we're gonna dive into a little bit of baseball and then we'll probably wrap it up because we got a huge day of football and nachos and chicken wings for myself.
You
and my
forgot
brother.
Tony Weiser's.
Tony, well, yes, I'm sure you guys will drink many Tony Weisers. You guys both off today? Nice.
Yep.
And 13 degrees, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nobody's sitting out on the patio at the Platte today?
Not even the dog walkers.
Not even the dog walk. So I read a kind of an interesting story, which I've been saying for many years. The Orioles, the owner of the Orioles, is pushing for a salary cap in baseball. I think you've needed this for many years.
Yeah, they should.
Don't get me wrong. I love watching the Dodgers and the freaking Yankees.
Because then you get like Shohei Ohtani blowouts without a calories.
See, the problem is and I've said this for years, if you're not going to have a salary cap, get rid of like 5 or 10 small market teams. Because they're kind of like participation trophy teams. You know what I'm saying?
Not all of them. I mean, Tampa Bay is always the example of that not being true because they're the small market team that always is in the playoffs.
What about the Oakland A's?
They're going to Vegas. They're playing in Sacramento this year. Like, it just, and I've said this for years. Have you ever played fantasy football, Lareb?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay, well, in fantasy sports, a lot of times they do what's called an auction draft, and you get a set amount of imaginary money to spend on your players at the auction draft. It would be like a real life version of an auction draft where everybody sitting down is like a blue collar, like plumber or electrician, and then one dude rolls in who like owns a bank with $5 million and could just buy all the best players. Like, why would you even want to play? To me, it F's up parity. in the league. You know, I love seeing freaking a team out of nowhere get hot and knock off. You know, it's just there should be a salary. It's the only sport that doesn't have a salary cap, correct?
I know, yeah.
I mean, hockey. Hockey is the best example. Like they
We have
have,
like the smallest. We have like the smallest budget. The NHL compared to like I thought these players were like getting paid a shit ton, and then I compare it to baseball, and I'm like, this is minuscule.
yeah, like Ratnan.
Like
is
an
saying-
entire player's contract is just 1 year's payout. Is a 1 year payout for like no, not even like a half year payout.
Yeah,
For
like
some of these players.
I think I just read like Ratnan is going to get $10 million.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you know
yeah.
how long it takes Patrick Mahomes to make $10 million?
like
I
a
think
day.
it's like 3 games or 4 games.
Yeah,
So, you know,
ridiculous.
but the thing I love about it is it creates parity. It levels the playing field. You don't have, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Or do you like to see the Dodgers and the Yankees and the big market teams always kicking ass, always, in the play?
No, I'm very pro salary cap.
See, and they need it in baseball because making things unfair for a lot of teams where
Yep.
the big money teams that already have the money, they can afford that and they can jump out of their way, say, hey, I'm going to give you $500 million to come play for us. And,
But they don't even live up to the money. You know what I mean? Like you're giving all these big names $400 million for like a fucking 5-year contract, and they're like half-assing it, or they just go on injury reserve immediately afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no more of a such thing as a person being a rookie with that team and dying with that team.
No.
There's
No.
the last one I remember is
It's a
my
pinball machine.
gamer Todd Helton.
It's like a pinball machine. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah. I agree. I think it's they should be doing something soon. I hopefully all the owners get together and saying, all right, I'm willing to lose this and this and this.
I highly doubt that because at the end of the day, you remember at the end of the day, they're trying to make the MLB more marketable again. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because why else do you think they added all those defensive shifts? Because like people were like, baseball's boring. No one wants to watch baseball anymore. I'm sure views on the TV were going down. I'll admit I stopped watching baseball for a hot minute, but when they added the new defensive shifts and the pitch clock, I got intrigued. I started watching baseball again, and I'm sure millions of others did too.
See, and there's a new thing getting ready to come along too, where baseball teams are going to be going out of country. They're talking about. They're
Yeah.
They're trying to treat it like soccer. They're trying to treat it like football. They're trying to treat it like hockey now.
Yeah, the NHL they had games in like Sweden and Germany this year too.
Mm-hmm.
Is football the one that originally started doing that?
I
Did
think
they
so.
originally start flying
think,
people off to fucking who knows where?
NFL was the first to start it, but if you look at it in the long run, baseball's the one that topped it off, like with the world baseball deals with all the MLB players playing for their.
I mean, and I kind of get it in baseball, like I could see where you could, have a team in wherever, Mexico or
Dominican Republic,
Colombia, Dominican Republic. Obviously you already have teams in Canada. But like you go to like Eastern Europe. I don't know if you guys remember.
No.
I think there was an Olympics one time. I think Russia had a baseball team and they had to play America, and it was like
it was
ugly.
embarrassing.
Let's just say it was ugly.
But now with this day and age, look at with all the players that are coming out from all these little countries and all that. And for one of them, look at Joker. There's a good example. Or we can go Wembley for
but basketball is different than baseball.
Yeah, but baseball, you got Venezuela, you got Colombia, you got the Republic, you got all of that stuff.
Okay, and speaking of this, on this topic of international, and this kind of leads back to the salary cap. Now, I'm sure you guys saw that the Dodgers signed that Roki Sasaki. So why is it that these international stars don't have to get drafted? It's literally just a bidding war for these guys.
Because they assume that they're going to be better than the Americans.
You guys understand what I'm saying here? Like,
Yeah, I don't know why. I know they got the whole international pool that they do right there, but I'm not sure why they don't have to go into the
Like,
draft.
oh, you live in Japan, so we get to just have an auction for you. You don't have to enter the draft like if an American player, which would go to the team that needs a guy like that the most.
Okay, right there and then. That's why it's gonna sound crazy to say it's like a lot of the NBA players.
Yeah,
They
joking.
if they're not going to the draft, they have to miss a whole year, a whole season. So they go and play. They go play England. They go play Japan. They go play outside the country, and then the next year comes along, just like Wembley. Wembley wasn't a rookie. He was a rookie for the NBA. He wasn't a rookie for being a professional.
Yeah, no, I get it. It just seems like whoever made that rule was probably the Yankees, the Dodgers, or the Red Sox. Like, oh, well, they're not in America, so we can just have an auction for them.
NFL did that too. NFL did that too. Look back in 86 or 85, 86. Bo Jackson was going to be one of the highest draft picks for college draft. He dodged it. He became a chief. He went to Kansas City, became a Rookie of the Year Royal, and then the next year he came to LA, and then he became a LA Raider running back.
So that also is another thing that is just no salary cap. Oh, and by the way, the Dodgers just signed the best baseball pitcher that wasn't in the major leagues. Like, oh, how convenient. You know? So because they're, dude, think about their lineup. Dude. I mean, it's gonna be effing ridiculous this year. Okay, and I'm gonna end with this. If I was Dave Roberts, I would tell Clayton Kershaw, look, Clayton, you are our closer this year if you want to keep pitching. Could you imagine, like, just that lineup combined with just like because isn't Shohei, he's supposed to be pitching this year again.
Yeah.
They're going to have, that starting lineup and then like Clayton Kershaw coming in as the closer. Like, F my life. Like, why even play?
I just don't see Ohtani pitching a whole lot.
Well, they're saying, I think he's ready by well, maybe they don't. What would you do if you were the Dodgers and you didn't even need him? Would you just keep him for you got like a Cy Young winner that you're just going to not have pitch? Are you you that good? Who does it's my mind. The more I think about it, my brain's just melting.
Well, I mean, they just signed the best reliever in baseball again. I was like you're talking about no salary cap. I mean, yeah, they got
F the Dodgers, F the Yankees.
They don't need Kershaw to close games now because they got the best one. They got the best pitcher, best hitter. Yeah, they do everything. That's
so just have Kershaw.
They're still not going to
be a reliever.
Kershaw's going to be the rubber match guy. Like the number 6 starter?
Like the 7th inning guy.
I mean, you think he'd be making the setup man?
Why not? I don't see him. I mean, there's really no room in the starting rotation for him, especially once Ohtani gets back.
God, dude. Yeah, anyways. All right, guys. If anybody else got anything profound, mind-blowing to say on this championship Sunday?
Yes. Hey, girl. It's nice meeting you, and it's nice playing with you, man. We're going to have fun.
I'm excited.
We're going to have fun.
Yeah,
but on top of that, fly, Eagles, fly, and then here it comes, a stampede. Bills are coming to Arrowhead to put a hole in Mahomes.
I want to believe that, but the refs
All right,
aren't.
let's go. Let's put another 50 tacos.
Okay. So hey, listen. I'll text you. You after the first game.
Well, you're already going to be 200 tacos down, baby.
So, and then listen. If I do miss, what I'm thinking about doing is getting like a Taco Bell gift card, and we'll have some kind of contest, and we'll donate it to charity.
I want to see that in writing.
But I think it might be a cool idea because just so you guys know what we're kind of thinking about doing for the Super Bowl. Is doing a super mega sports and tacos Super Bowl special, and assuming the Kansas City Chiefs win today, which they probably will because that's what the refs want and the world wants. we would do Sports and Tacos versus the Ginzels, because the Ginzels have all agreed to come on, all the Ginzel sisters, and defend their punk ass Chiefs.
They're punk ass.
I hope they don't all wear Swifty shirts.
And
They
it'll be
will.
like a Zoom special where we could get as many people on just talking smack about the Chiefs as humanly possible for like an hour. I think it'd be fun.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So Alex agreed to it. So that's one reason why I kind of want the Chiefs to win, but could get some ratings, and then maybe we have a little competition of some sort, have a little game, and whoever wins the game gets the Taco Bell gift cards. So just a thought. All right, dude. Everybody have an amazing Sunday. Enjoy your football and all the other things. Hey, the Bruins play today, Larabe, or no?
No, I was
No.
in 2 games today. We don't play today.
Nice. Okay.
But
Well,
the Avs and the Rangers do. And
Yeah,
that is
I-
going to be a really good game.
They play like 10 minutes.
In
Actually.
10 minutes, exactly. They play like 10 minutes. That's going to be a good game. This is one of the
Go
most
Avs!
games I've seen
Yeah.
all season, and it's going to be a really good game.
and we have our new rookie co-host, very first ever show. Yay!
Yay, I did it, I think.
Okay, awesome guys.
I like it.
Let's chat soon.